So there's these volcanic bombs, and that's just the coolest name. So these volcanic bombs, they can be small like golf balls, and if they're golf ball size, they're called cinders, right? Or they can be really big like boulder size. So these are the huge things that get spit out when a volcano erupts. Now the volcanoes, they come in 4 different types. Oops. 4 different types. All right, so we have, the first type is called a cinder cone. This is made from very, very explosive eruptions. Okay, so the whole thing is built up from cinders. It has a very narrow base, a very steep side. It's not very tall. Oh, sorry, there's 3 types. Okay. It's not very tall. And I think there's some famous ones down in Mexico. But these are just huge eruptions, and then that's it. Then we have these things called shield volcanoes. All right, these are like the type of volcanoes, most of the ones that are in Hawaii. These are very quiet lava flows, so it looks like just a big red river of lava coming out. These form a dome-shaped mountain. The biggest shield volcano on Earth is the Mauna Loa, and that's in Hawaii. And it goes from the bottom of the seafloor to 4 kilometers above the water. Double check me on that. Look in your book. I might have said the wrong unit, but it's huge. I mean, if you think about how deep the ocean is, it's really kind of cool. And then the third type is a composite volcano. And a composite volcano is one where you have an explosive cinder type explosion, and then a nice quiet lava flow. And so it forms layers just like a cake. So you'll have you have rock and cinder and stuff, and then you have lava, and then you have rock, and then you have lava. So you have a violent explosion, then a calm, then a violent, then a calm. So it's important to understand those quiet lava flows, those are erupting volcanoes. They're just not the really big explosive type. But they are erupting. All it needs is that the magma has come out as lava, and now we're erupting. Now on a volcano, right up here at the top, there's usually a little smiley face. And this is what we call the crater. It's just a hole, a depression at the top of the volcano. And if it gets really big, could be that there was a huge explosion, could be that things have fallen in and it collapsed and made it bigger. But if it's really big, they call it a caldera, kind of like a witch's cauldron, if you will. But it's a caldera. That's just a really big crater. And we classify our volcanoes in 3 ways. First, it can be an active volcano. That means that you can look at it and it is erupting, whether it's explosive or quiet, doesn't matter. But you see lava coming out, you see ash being spewed, then it's active. Then you have what we call a sleeping or dormant volcano. So one that has erupted in recent history, okay, is not erupting now, but is still, thought to be very, very potential to erupt. So it's just sleeping. So it's just sort of taking a break before it blows up again. Then we have the extinct. Now this is kind of funny. They'll call them extinct volcanoes. And these are the ones that have erupted at some point, but it was so long ago they don't think it's going to erupt again. But you got to be careful about this, because there are some in recent history volcanoes that were thought to be extinct, like Mount St. Helens, that turned out not to be. Mount St. Helens is a mountain, or was, is a mountain in the U.S., was thought to be an extinct volcano, and in the late 80s, it blew up. Apps just completely blew up. So people who live there, gone. So you have to be very careful about this whole extinct classification. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the volcano videos, and we'll see you in class.